New York is filled with dozens of tiny communities. Do you call them little pockets of culture that help its residents thrive? One, of course, is Sunnyside, Queens, where one woman fell in love with her neighborhood so much that she decided to write a book about it.
Yeah, it's actually called A Magical Day in Sunnyside, and it celebrates everything the community has to offer. The author, lifelong New Yorker, Amy Schoenthal, is joining us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's jump right in. Tell us a little bit about this book.
Sure. Well, the book starts with two little girls who are going on an adventure in their neighborhood of Sunnyside. There was this local artist installed these little fairy doors at the bottoms of some of the trees in the neighborhood, and kids all over, kind of go around to try to find the fairy doors. And so that's how the story starts. And the girls try to find the fairy magic, and of course, the magic is only available in a local store.
All right, who does not like the sound of fairy doors? I love that. But what inspired you to write it? Where'd you come up with the idea?
Yeah, I mean, really the community inspired me, and all the local restaurants and store owners who just make this community as magical as it is, frankly. There are a lot of independent-owned businesses in Sunnyside, and they kind of know you by first name, from the Brazilian barbecue restaurant owner Jonathan, who has this big gregarious personality and everyone just loves him, to the vintage store owner. Her name is Violet and she owns Bliss Vintage, and she always hands out little sparkly fairy wands to all the kids and says everyone could use a little magic. I mean, how do you not write a children's book about this place?
And I love the idea that the book is kind of helps you to explore the community. So what has been your reaction from the community so far?
Oh my goodness. Well, myself and the illustrator, Kate Durkin, who's an incredibly talented local illustrator and another Sunnyside mom, we went around one day, and not everyone knew we were doing this. We actually handed out books and prints to some of, there you go, so to some of the store owners and baristas, and yeah, we spread a lot of joy and a lot of tears that day. It was a very emotional day. Kate and I will never forget it, and I think the community will never forget it. And yeah, it was really great.
I love it.
And it feels very much like a love letter to the community. So what do you want the people of that community to get out of reading your book?
I mean, I really just think it's an appreciation for the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis, right? Picking up your latte on your way to your commute can seem like a mundane thing, but it really, 2 minutes of a conversation with your barista can spark so much joy. And I want people to, I guess, pause and appreciate that, because it can be really transformative.
Right. So would you actually consider writing another book about Sunnyside, or maybe another community?
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many neighborhoods in New York City that have their own special energy and vibrancy and character, and there's the local people that are just staples of those communities. And I think, especially when you look at these places through a children's perspective, everything becomes a little bit more, meaningful. And so I think, yeah, you can turn any New York City neighborhood or any neighborhood into a children's book for sure.
And where can people find this book of yours?
You can buy it anywhere that books are sold, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, of course, but we would really appreciate if you could support some of the Sunnyside stores that are carrying the book. So Bliss Vintage, Stray Vintage, which is also a record store, Ora Casa de la Flor, which is a flower shop that's carrying the book. And of course, Kate Durkin, the illustrator, has an Etsy shop. So if you go on Etsy and you search Kate Durkin Art and you search A Magical Day in Sunnyside, you can find the book.
This sounds so much fun. I could see this taking off on Instagram, like people with the book going to these places, taking a picture, the little stores become like celebrities and everything. All right, well, sure. Amy, thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you much success on your book.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.